What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be talking about why the rich keep getting richer and the poor poorer. Never has this topic been so important as right now. The wealth gap is widening and the difference between the have and the have-nots is widening. The income growth of the 1% has not been shared with the 99%. And in this video, I'll tell you how they've done this and how us average Joes can take advantage of this rigged system. Let's get into it. If this video gives you value, please like for the holy YouTube algorithm and comment below your thoughts and subscribe for more awesome content on personal finance, investing, making money, and overall a bigger, happier, and wealthier life. First things first we need to talk about is inequality. Now the average CEO's earnings is 270 times the average worker's earnings. That was only 20 times in the 60s and 70s. So we can see how this is broadening. Also, housing is becoming very unaffordable. The cost of living is skyrocketing, and it is punishing those that save money and benefiting those that invest. The reason why the rich keep getting richer, and that is because every time there's a crisis, the central banks in every country print currency to inflate asset prices like shares. It inflates gold when they print money. It makes it cheaper to invest in real estate. And most rich people already have assets and the poor don't. So even if they start investing after the financial crisis, more likely than not, the asset prices have already been inflated. Another big reason why the rich are getting richer is because their money works for them. They don't work for money. And the lower income earners, even if you're putting in, 80 hours a week, but if you're only earning $15 an hour, there's only so much you can earn. There's only so many hours in a day you can work. Where if you've got $2 million and you're just sitting back doing nothing, and you've got that invested in shares and it goes up 10%, you've made $200,000 without having to do anything. You didn't get tired. Money doesn't get tired. Also, the rich are financially educated and they know the difference between asset and liabilities. A car is not an asset, it's a liability. Even your home, it's debatable whether it's an asset or a liability because it costs you money. But things like real estate, land, stocks, bonds, ETFs, they are assets. And the rich have a lot of them. And it doesn't matter how tired they get, their money's still working for them. Now that we know all this, how can we use this system that is rigged for those that have assets and punishes those that save to our advantage? Now, what you can do first thing is figure out how to lower your expenses. You may have to make some big sacrifices here, but I promise you it'll be worth it. And your three main expenses is housing, transportation, and food. If you can figure out how to lower those, you will save a lot of money and you can invest that and get some assets. And whenever these central banks start printing this money, you will also be able to benefit from it. Now that you've lowered expenses, you need to learn how to invest your disposable income. And you can simply do this by investing in an exchange traded fund, something that tracks the total stock market, because most of us can't beat the market. Even professionals throughout the long term can't beat the market. So just get into a market tracking ETF like the Vanguard Total Stock Market, and on average you'll get about 9% per annum. And if you invest $150 a week, within 30 years you'll be a millionaire. Now the third tip, you need to diversify your income. You can't just have your full-time job as your only income. You need to figure out, like what I'm doing right now, how to make money online. Get a side hustle. Maybe you might enjoy driving, so you may want to do Uber. You may have a hobby that you can turn it into an income source online, or another job that you're curious in, and start that part-time to diversify your income. Another riskier way to accelerate your wealth growth journey is to use leverage. And in real estate, this is probably the safest way to use leverage, but it's never 100% guaranteed that it'll be safe, where you can put 20% down on a property and get 80% paid by the bank. And how good's it been lately? Those that have debt, they've just been given, you know, the free green pass. Don't worry about paying it, because if everyone defaulted at the same time, the whole system would come crashing down. And like I said, this system is rigged for those that have assets, and those that have money in the bank account, in savings, waiting for the perfect opportunity. Their currency is being devalued very aggressively. Guys, a quick example: if you invest $1,200 a month for 24 years, getting an average return of 8.5%, you will become a millionaire. Now, I'm sure most of us don't want to wait 24 years. So you have to figure out, how can I turn that $1,200 into $2,000? And I'm sure if you want it bad enough, you'll figure out a way. You have to figure out how to make passive income, because there's only so many hours in the day you can work, and you'll get burnt out. I'm telling you, I've done weeks where I've worked 84 hours a week, and I've tried to do that for as long as I can, but I always get burnt out. Where if you put your money to work, your money will never get tired. So reduce your living expenses, your housing, transportation, food. Stop impulse buying. Put your money in an account where you have to physically go into the bank to sign it, to get it. And figure out ways to increase your income through online, because job security is dead. The internet is the way of the future for income and for making passive income, and you can scale it exponentially. So guys, I hope you like this video. I hope this opens your eyes to why the wealth gap is broadening, and I completely don't agree with it. And that's why I'm making these videos, to help us average Joes get ahead. Because guess what? There's still time. There's still opportunity. There's still a chance for you to get there. It's just getting a bit harder. You have to get a bit smarter and work a bit harder, but you can get there. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.